People come and go in the news business, but others stay in one place a long time and become entrenched in the community. Geoff Fox was on the air on News 8 for nearly 30 years. He was part of the night crew. He now lives in Irvine, California with his wife, Helene. Last July, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He's had extensive surgery and continues to undergo radiation and chemo. To date, he is cancer-free. As that goes on, he built a TV studio in his garage and is broadcasting the weather for Nebraska. I visited him and Helene last week to see how they're doing.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Geoff Fox is upbeat, loud, sarcastic, typical Geoff. He looked well and was hungry for pancakes. After chatting at the diner a good long time, we got into his sporty little coupe and talked some more, like we always did. He becomes a tour guide.
You don't see him really well, but that's the Loma Ridge out in front of us. That is, goes through the foothills of the Santa Ana Mountains.
And here is the humble abode.
We no longer have a garage because there's a TV studio in there. This is the studio.
His self-built television studio in his garage is quite impressive. It's located right off of the kitchen. It takes a couple of steps down into the studio, past the Kit Kat clock, and goes on the air. What kind of square footage are we talking? Just so the viewers know how big this garage is.
Like 400 square, maybe 18 by 18, 20 by 18.
You don't park your car in here.
No.
You do your own sweeping. Anybody who watched Geoff over the years knows that he is a self-avowed tech nerd, a geek, which is what has allowed him to do what he is doing on the air now. He's his own director and timekeeper and on-air talent. Part of his equipment includes a device often used by musicians.
I have this little keyboard. This is a Novation Launchpad. Musicians use these. And I have programmed little macros, little small programs that I've written that do a variety of things. So if I hit a couple of buttons there, now I'm set up for my program that runs in southern Nebraska. If I hit these two buttons, then I'm set up for my program that runs in northern Nebraska.
He's soulful and reflective about his cancer. He knows he's lucky to be alive, as 90% of those diagnosed with pancreatic cancer don't make it. His cancer was caught early. He had very invasive surgery called the Whipple procedure, which is now followed by aggressive radiation and chemo treatments to kill off any other cancer cells that might be around.
Go ahead and lay down.
Okay.
Sure. Go ahead, lay down. Turning on the lasers. We're just going to raise your balance so we can show your marks.
This has become Geoff's home away from home, where he receives radiation. Like everybody else, Geoff has had highs and lows in his life. But this low is being faced with a lot of hope on his part. Geoff has always been an open book about almost everything in his life, telling the world what he's doing on his permanent blog that he has written for about 14 years.
My cancer story, I sort of wanted to share it because, like, it was a very unusual journey for me. First of all, you know, there were times during this when I thought that I was going to die. I was originally scared of all the operations and procedures that I had to have. I went into the hospital feeling great, and I knew that when I came out, it would be like I had been in a knife fight with Hell's Angels as the ref. And it was. I mean, you know, I have a scar from there to there. And they opened me up and they took out a bunch of stuff that they didn't put back in.
How did the cancer diagnosis change your life, or did it at all?
No, it didn't. You know what it did? It's funny. It made me realize how happy I was. Isn't that weird? Here I was, maybe gonna die, probably gonna die. And all I could think of was, you know, my life is pretty good.
Through the years, Geoff has done a lot of zany things on TV. One of those moments was when he went flying with the Blue Angels.
3, 2, 1, hit it. Oh my God! There you go. I love it! That's great! 300. Oh my God! this.
I think he's going to do the Rex Harrison version
That's
here.
exactly right. I will, here we go. The rain will never fall till after sundown. See, it's weather related.
For years on the air, he talked about his loving parents, so everybody knew about Harold and Betty. Betty passed away a few years ago. What do you miss about your mom?
You know, I used to call my mom every night on the way home from work, and we would talk. My dad is 91 and the most adorable man on the internet.
Jeff's dad, Harold, lives in Milwaukee and loves Facebook. The two of them recently decided to go live on Facebook, and here's part of that.
Hello, everybody.
This is what 91 looks like. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to be like at 91. Look at this.
Helene was always content to let Jeff be out front. She loved being behind the scenes. Her passion was and is baking. All of us at Channel 8 benefited from that for years and years. One of her most favorite recipes came from Jeff's mom, whom she dearly misses.
A wonderful, wonderful woman. I loved her. I still love her. And it was a recipe for apple crisp.
And over the years in the newsroom, I can remember cookies and cakes and brownies.
Yes, I used to bake for Monday Night Football every Monday night during football season.
What is it about weather that you love so much?
Math. Math. I love math. I love math.
A contemplative Jeff will tell you that he is so blessed to have been able to live out his dream, and that was to be on broadcast television. Most of that time he spent in Connecticut. He and Helene are enjoying their life on the other coast now, but remember a whole lifetime back east.
People have said to me, I've said a prayer for you, or you're in my prayers. And when someone says that, what that means is, in their most private, their most intimate moments with God, they thought that I was important enough to bring up my name, to say a good word.
So again, he is cancer-free for now. His zest for life remains so high.
Yeah, good to see him. Looks so good after that tough fight. It was that is a tough procedure he went
The
through.
Whipple procedure.
The Whipple procedure.
35 pounds lighter.
Yep.
He has to nap quite a bit,
Yep.
but he gets up and he's charging, and the two of them are just doing great. It was great to see.
It's great to see him doing well, and his wife as well, his dad and family as well.